Hey Team Exos, my name is Michelle and welcome to yoga. Are you ready to spread your wings and fly today? Today we have several opportunities to take flight. So what do you say we dive in? Let's go ahead and start by just standing with your feet together. Option is just take them a little bit wider. Take a big inhale breath up. Arms reach overhead, and let's start by just taking your right wrist. Grab a hold of the right wrist. Come into a nice side bend. Got it. Feeling that C shape in your spine, pushing the palm of your hand away, and then lift back up, and let's try the other side. So grab a hold of your left wrist, press the palm up, and then exhale, come right over the edge. Now as you plant your feet evenly through the ground, you'll feel that stretch pull from the hip all the way up the side body. Let's try that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep your chest open, keep the hips open. Let's help our spines become a little more agile here. Come up tall, breathe in and breathe out. What a great stretch to start us off with. Inhale, come up tall, and let's just come up to the top of your mat or your space. You can have a yoga block or a prop ready to go for you up top. Let's take a big inhale breath up, coming into a tall extended mountain pose. So grounded from the heels, reaching up through the fingers, and then a soft bend in your knees, brace your belly and fold forward. So let's relax all the way down your spine, and here is where you can grab a prop to help bring the ground a little higher up. Key is we're wanting to help lengthen the spine here versus being stuck in a forward fold where the spine is just kind of rounded and you're kind of stuck not being able to get to the floor. Another option is to bend your knees and bring your hands to the ground, and then just slowly over time work on lifting your sit bones up towards the sky. Let's start by walking your legs back into a plank. Got a long, strong plank, shoulders are over the wrists. Option is on the knees, and we slowly lower down through chaturanga. So the elbows slide right past the ribs. The abs stay lifted strong, and then we lift into baby cobra. So try this, squeeze your glutes, pull the shoulder blades back, and then eyes just straight ahead. We're gonna push up onto the knees, tuck your toes, down dog. Got it, so push through both hands, and then take your right leg and lift three-legged dog. So square your hips, square your shoulders, lift right up through your toes, and let's start by bringing your right knee, sliding it up in between your hands, coming into pigeon. All right, so relax your back leg. We're gonna slide your back knee up if it's a bit too tight, or keep it back. Everybody work on rolling the hip down. And we're just going to bring the chest forward as far as it feels comfortable. And then inhale, roll up. So let's just find a little bit of freedom in the hips here. Breathing in. Good, and breathe out. Good. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Now the hands are right underneath your shoulders. We're gonna tuck your toes, and we'll push right back into that three-legged dog. So lift right up through the toes. And this time we're going to step your right foot up in between your hands. Help walk your foot up if you need to. So we want to watch the knee is over the ankle, and then we'll pivot the back foot down. Get ready for warrior one. So breathe in, rise. Lift, squaring the hips, squaring the shoulders right to the side. And then open, warrior two. Warrior two, we want the shoulders stacked right over the hips and just square the hips to the front. And then check in with your knee, knees over the ankle, and I want you to just push the knee out so it's right in line with your middle toe. Sets us up for a perfect warrior two. Warrior two, we're gonna rotate right back into warrior one. Square the hips around to the side. Good, now we're gonna take our first flight today. So start to bring the chest forward, Shift the weight and lift your left leg, warrior three. Arms sweep back, pinch the shoulder blades, and come deeply into your right leg. Good, so how does that first flight feel? Feel free to bring the hands down, use a block. Let the leg touch down anytime you need to. You got it, hands come down, feet step in together, and we're right back into that forward fold. So let your chin tuck in, let your spine come low, and let's bend the knees and roll up. Breathe in. Reach up. And exhale, let's dive. So lift the belly firmly. Supporting the lower back as you do. We got it. From here, let's walk both legs back. Come right into that plank. So we're knees or toes. Scoop up strongly through the abdominals. And then let's slowly lower. The elbows scrape right against the ribs. Now inhale, push the hands down. Press the tops of the feet into the floor and come into up dog. Option is that baby cobra. Now tuck your toes, down dog, stretch your body right back. And let's try the left leg this time. So left leg lifts, three-legged dog. So feel the hips stretch open, but at the same time, pull the left hip down. Got it. Now don't forget about the right foot. Push the right heel down towards the ground. Feel the incredible stretch through the calf. Now pull the left knee, thread it up in between the hands, coming into pigeon. And then relax your back toes. Option to pull your back knee up. The chest comes forward just as far as it feels comfortable. And then roll up. Can we try that a couple more times? Breathe out. And breathe in. Articulate through the spine. Let's go one more time. Got it. Now tuck the back toes. Push through both hands. And let's shoot the leg right back up for warrior three. Got it. Now breathe from the fingertips right up through your toes. And then take your left foot, step it up in between the hands. Help it if you need to. Pivot the back heel down. And let's rise, warrior one. So our warrior poses are all about preparing our hips for our big flights today. Anchor your back foot down, pull the hip, and then pull the belt buckle up to really feel the stretch in the hip flexors. Good, now this time I'm opening up to the back, warrior two. Square the shoulders, square the hips, push the knee right over the toes. Good. Come right back around, warrior one. Breathe right up into the fingertips. Sink right down into your legs. And let's try warrior three again. So tip forward, shift the weight, lift the back leg, and now sweep the arms back. And try this, pinch the shoulder blades together, roll the right hip down, and then let's see if you can come a little further. Let's try diving, chest forward, leg lift. Got it, really go for it. And then hands come down, feet step together, and release into that forward bend. What do you say we try that again? So inhale, rise up, rise to the challenge. Exhale, let's dive. Open your wings and fly. Walk the legs back into plank. Now try this, corkscrew your hands into the ground, feeling your lats engage. This is going to create big stability as we slowly lower. Hugging the elbows in, and then breathe in, surge. Push the hands away and feel strength in your shoulders. Exhale. Keep pushing all 10 fingers into the ground as we lift the hips tall, down dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Pull your right armpit down. Feel how that's gonna help square the shoulders and square the hips. Then slide the right knee up in between your hands. So work on that wonderful release in your hips. Chest forward, and then roll up. Try that a couple more times. Can you bring your chest forward just a little bit more this round? Breathe in, come all the way to the top. Firm grip of the hands, tuck toes. And now breathe in, shoot your right foot all the way high. This time the right foot steps up in between the hands. Help it if you need to. Back heel pivots down, and I want you to really stake your back foot into the ground. Breathe in, warrior one. So we're solid in the legs, we sink in. Good, and on your next breath, just relax your shoulders away from the ears. Warrior two, open to the side. Good. And keep the shoulders away from the ears. Let your arms become really soft. Good, as you open wide across your chest. Feel the breath really flood right up into your chest. Rotate to the side one more time, warrior one. Settle in deeply. Don't be afraid to come into your legs for a challenge. Now warrior three, tip, lift off, and then reach your wings back to fly. Now soar bravely here. Let go of any doubt. Let go of fear, and let's really dive into it. Keep coming. You got this, Steve. Let's go for it. Good. Hands down, step your back foot in, and forward bend. Good. Take a moment and just surrender, and then let's rise up. Breathe in. Find that exhilarating inhale breath. Breathe out. Let's fly right on down. Walk your legs back into that plank. Now, the strongest chaturanga we've got. Press back through the heels, scoop up through the belly, and slowly inch your way down. Keeping our body long and strong. Inhale, surge right up through your heart. And then exhale, press your heart right back towards your thighs. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Breathe up into the edges of your toes. Squeeze through your glutes. And then pull the left knee up in between the hands. Kurt, we'll stretch out those hips one more time here. What do you say? Come forward. Can you come a little bit deeper? Breathe out. And breathe in. Exhale. And inhale. Take your time. Listen to your body, what your body needs. Right, now tuck the toes again. Push the hands firmly. So you just reach the leg back up, three-legged dog. Now take that big step through. Help it up if you need to. Back heel pivots down. Now rise, warrior one. Try tucking the tailbone under, squeezing the back glute, and feel the hips really stretch open. And as you open warrior two, keep tucking the tailbone under to create that wide stretch across the front of the hips. Notice how that will create a really long, tall spine, and that'll allow us to really engage your abdominals as well. Rotate back to the side. Warrior one, settle in. And what do you say, warrior three, one more time. Shift, lift, reach your arms back, flare your fingers wide. And now let's take that last little inch and go for it. Pushing your limits, step the foot in, forward bend. Well done. Releasing all the way down the legs and the spine for warrior one, bend your knees. And let's just come down into a little bit of a squat. Okay, so let's walk your feet out. Actually, first, walk your feet out, about shoulder width apart. Now I want you to drop down into that squat. There we go. So knees out, chest up. You might choose to stay a little bit higher, okay? Or you can come down lower. You can even fold your mat underneath you, behind you. If your heels are lifted, you need a little bit of cushion there to help you get that ground contact. That's it. So into that garland pose, nice low squat, lifting the chest. Breathe right up through the sternum, and then just pinch the shoulder blades back. Now, if at any time you want to come into a wide-legged child's pose, continue working on hip mobility, you can absolutely do that. So knees out wide, sit back into the hips, reach the arms forward. Otherwise, we're here in that squat. Now, you might even choose to stay here or in that child's pose, working on some hip mobility, maybe just shift side to side. Okay, we're going to continue preparing our bodies for our big flight today. So our second flying pose. Hands are going to come down in front. I'll walk back just a little bit. Okay, so hands down in front. We lift the hips up as we come into crow pose. Now the goal is to bring the inside of your knees to the triceps, okay, so the back of your arms. Just kind of dig the elbows or the knees in towards the arms. Just shift your weight forward. We don't have to lift it all yet. We're just simply starting to shift the weight a little bit. Now, if you want to try it, you can lift one foot up off the ground. Okay, see how that feels. You could switch, you can try the other foot. Okay, keep a strong brace in your abs. Eyes look right down at the ground, and we're really gripping all 10 fingers into the ground. Now, as you're working on shifting or lifting one foot at a time, you can gently work on just lifting both feet. So shifting the weight into the arms, lifting both feet. If you feel ready for it, if not, just work on getting a little bit outside your comfort zone, little by little. Let's come back down. Roll through the wrist, shake it out. Good. So again, you've got several options here, whether you want to try for the crow pose or you want to work on hip mobility. Both are great. So let's try it again. Hands come right out in front. We're going to lift the hips, bring the knees right into the triceps. Slowly shift. So we don't want to jump into it. We want to just slowly shift the weight. And you might want to lift one foot up. You can switch to the other foot. Eventually, you can try lifting both feet up. Yeah, so feel the whole body working for this. Great shoulder stabilization. Great core stability. And then we'll just slowly come back down. Got it. Roll through the wrist, stretch it out. Well done. All right, so I think we're ready to try our final big pose. Let's go ahead and just come into a forward bend. Feet can be about underneath the hips or all the way together. Feel free to use a block that helps you. Relax down through the neck. Bend your knees, roll up. Reach up. Let's just bring the hands right over your heart. Let's start by taking your right foot across the thigh, and then we're gonna try and pull it up just a little bit higher. Okay, if you're struggling with balance here, that's okay. All right, now you might choose to hold the foot up here, or maybe you can keep it there yourself. We're just gonna fold forward. Bring your chest towards the thigh. Option to use your blocks or your props, or to bring the hands all the way down. Now relax your chin, let your upper body surrender. All right, so we're moving into flying pigeon. And from here, you might just want to focus on that incredible hip stretch. Maybe this is as far as you go today. Option is forward fold at any time. And so I'm going to turn to the side for this one as we finish. So the hands are down on the ground, out in front of you slightly. And we're going to bring the front of the knee and the front of the foot, the front of the ankle, in towards your hands. We shift the weight forward, and then we lift the back leg. Now you might stay here, or you can work on slowly extending the right leg behind you. I'm struggling a little bit today, so know that that's totally okay. It's all about a practice. So you might choose to stand all the way back up, kind of reset, come on down. Again, bring the knee and the foot into the hand, and then slowly work on extending the leg back if you can. Whew, it's not happening for me today. What do you say? We come back into that forward fold and we try the other side. Good. So forward bend, relax down. So yoga is all about the challenge, the balance, the strength, the flexibility, roll on up or reach on up. I'm just trying to get a little bit better today than we were yesterday. Let's bring the hands right over the heart. So this time we're going to start by taking your left foot across. We're going to hook the ankle over, flex your foot, and if you can, bring it up just a little bit higher, okay? Good. Notice that stretch right through the hip, feeling pretty good. And then let's fold forward. So chest comes forward, lift strongly through the belly, hands come down. All right. So again, we're gonna shift the weight forward. Foot and knee come right into the elbow. And then if you want, we can shift that other leg back, flying pigeon. Now be brave here. Find your comfort zone and let's try and nudge past that. So if you want to try and reset one more time. Good, hands out in front, shift the weight through. Now we're gonna dig the leg into the arms, almost like we're trying to give the arms a little bruise. Wrap the left foot around your arm, and then you've got to squeeze your glutes firmly in that back leg. Good, come on down and release. Whew. So that's a big, big pose. I don't expect you to be able to get it on your first time, but it's all about the challenge. It's all about pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone. How do we do? Whew. Some days we get it, some days we don't. It's all about that just continued practice. Well done. Have a seat. Take the legs out wide. Hands behind your hips and breathe in. Sit up nice and tall, pushing the ground away. Feel how that rolls the hips forward. If you feel like you get a little bit stuck here, the moment you take your hands away, you come forward, you're not feeling the stretch here. Try just sitting on a block or maybe even a pillow, okay? When you sit on that, it's just gonna help us roll our hips forward, come right into the stretch. All right, hands are gonna start to just take some baby steps forward. Just little by little steps. And we're gonna breathe to the hum of the lawnmower. What do you say? Sounds of nature. You just come forward as far as it feels good to you. Getting that wonderful stretch up your adductors. That's the muscles right up the inside of the leg. And then just walk your hands right back in. I think we're ready for some relaxation, our Savasana. Go ahead and get comfortable here. You might choose to lie on your back, lie on your side, maybe stay seated. It's about that position that feels best to you. Wherever you're at, let's relax the shoulders down. I invite you to close your eyes. Just use your breath to soften through every edge of your body. Let's take a moment and just tune in with our breath, breathing deeply into the belly, deeply across the ribs, fully expanding the lungs. Before we exhale and slowly just let the air leave the body. Take your time to just settle in here. We're going to work on a smile meditation. So if you'd like to join me, I want you to first just come right to your third eye. In yoga, your third eye is right in between your two physical eyes, right at that bridge of your eyebrows. Your third eye is all about what you can't physically see, what you can feel, your intuition. So I want you to bring a smile right up into your third eye. And let that start to permeate through your body. And as it does, feel the corners of your mouth start to pull upward to a nice gentle smile across your face. Notice the uplifting that comes immediately from a smile through the whole body. As we travel down the body, right into the collarbones, feel the collarbones smile as they lift upward. And then let's let that smile sink right into your heart. Let it settle in. Feel the warmth and the joy from the smile. From all the way down the body. Through the hips, legs, all the way into your toes. And we feel every cell in our body lifting. Lifting with energy, lifting with joy. We just feel this overall lightness. With every inhale, your smile grows bigger, wider, beaming more. And with each exhale, we release a little bit more tension. Release any negativity. Just let it all go. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your mind feels. That giant smile through every cell. We'll begin to slowly transition. If you're on your back or your side, you might choose to maybe hug your knees in, bring a little bit of movement to your fingers and your toes. And as you're ready, we'll just slowly sit up. As you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Bring a little light in. Did you keep the smile? Can you invite the smile back? Feel the natural uplifting that a little smile can bring to your day. Let's finish with one final big breath in. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart. And from the light in me to the light in you. Namaste. All right, team, I want to leave you with this fact. Did you know that the soles of your feet contain more sweat glands and nerve endings per square feet than anywhere else on your body? Pretty cool, right? So we want to take care of our feet. Do that by doing a little bit of self-massage with like a trigger point ball, or soaking your feet at the end of a long day. It'll go a long way. Not to mention yoga is fantastic for the feet. Thank you guys. My name is Michelle. Have a wonderful day.